Good morning, Shem Stars. In previous presentation of chapter 21 neural control and coordination, we discussed about reflex action. In this presentation, we will be talking about sensory reception and processing. The sensory organs detect all types of changes in the environment and send appropriate signals to the central nervous system, where all the inputs are processed and analyzed. Signals are then sent to different centers of the brain. Reception is the process of activating a sensory receptor by a stimuli. Sensory transduction is the process of converting that sensory signal to an electrical signal in the sensory neuron. This is how we can sense changes in the environment. In this presentation, we will be discussing about the structure and functioning of the eye. Let's understand structure of human eye. The adult human eyeball is nearly a spherical structure. The wall of the eyeball is composed of three layers. The external layer is composed of dense connective tissue, which is called sclera. The anterior portion of this layer is called cornea. The middle layer, choroid, contains many blood vessels and looks bluish in color. The choroid layer is thin over the posterior two-thirds of the eyeball, but it becomes thick in the anterior part to form the ciliary body. The ciliary body itself continues forward to form a pigmented and opaque structure called the iris, which is the visible colored portion of the eye. The eyeball contains a transparent crystalline lens which is held in a place by ligaments attached to the ciliary body. In front of the lens, the aperture surrounded by the iris is called the pupil. The diameter of the pupil is regulated by the muscle fibers of iris. The inner layer is the retina and it contains three layers of cells from inside to outside: ganglion cells, bipolar cells, and photoreceptor cells. There are two types of photoreceptor cells, namely rods and cones. These cells contain the light sensitive protein called the photopigments. The daylight vision and color vision are functions of cones, and twilight vision is the function of the rods. The rods contain a purplish red protein called the rhodopsin or visual purple, which contains a derivative of vitamin A. In the human eye, there are three types of cones which possess their own characteristic photopigments that respond to red, green, and blue lights. The sensation of different colors are produced by various combinations of these cones and their photopigments. When these cones are stimulated equally, a sensation of white light is produced. The optic nerves leave the eye and the retinal blood vessels enter it at a point medial to and slightly above the posterior pole of the eyeball. Photoreceptor cells are not present in that region and hence it is called the blind spot. The space between the cornea and the lens is called the aqueous chamber and contains a thin watery fluid called aqueous humor. The space between the lens and the retina is called the vitreous chamber and is filled with the transparent gel called vitreous humor. Now let's understand mechanism of vision. The light rays in visible wavelength focused on the retina through the cornea and lens generate potentials, that is impulses, in rods and cone cells of retina. The photosensitive compounds, these are photopigments, in the human eyes is composed of a protein called opsin and retinal, an aldehyde of vitamin A, which is vitamin A derivative. Light induces dissociation of the retinal from opsin, resulting in changes in the structure of the opsin. This causes membrane permeability changes. As a result, potential differences are generated in the photoreceptor cells. This produces a signal that generates action potentials in the ganglion through the bipolar cells. These action potentials impulses are transmitted by the optic nerves to the visual cortex area of the brain, where the neural impulses are analyzed and the image formed on the retina is recognized based on earlier memory and experience. This slide shows pathway of light through the eye. The light enters through cornea and reaches till optic nerve to identify the image formed on the retina. So children, this is all about structure and function of human eye. I hope you must have understood. In the next presentation, we will talk about the last topic of this chapter, that is the human ear. Thank you, Shem Stars. That's all for today. You can drop your queries on Google Classroom. Take care.